Alright, so this is a test recording of day one of the schedule. I'm just up in my mate John's house. He was kind enough to let me use his laptop to record this off. Pretty much all the information in this video is going to be in the description, written description down below or above. I don't know how it's going to work on Tumblr, but this is just to basically give a summary for those too lazy to read it. So today, or last night, I decided to try out the Uberman Sleep Schedule, sleep pattern regime type thing. It's a polyphasic sleep pattern. I've actually completely forgotten at this age. I'm actually quite tired already. I've had 3 naps, 3 20-minute naps already today. And that in itself, even despite the fact that I've had a good night's sleep last night, that in itself is tiring me a bit. I found it ever so slightly more difficult to get it from my most recent nap. And I think it's a really cool idea, and it's a really cool thing to try out. I've read a couple of blogs on it already, and some of the effects it has are awesome. Some of the effects it has are actually kind of scary. There was this one guy, I'll leave a link down below, I forget his name, but I'll leave a link to the blog down below. He tried it out, and he's got some willpower. He's a vegan, and he's done things like an all non-solids diet for a week and stuff like that to detox, and really impressive guy. But he tried this out and he said he managed it, and he said the first week is very difficult. So I reckon, I'm pretty sure I can do it. I can pull it off. No one's really been impressed so far when I told them, and I don't mean by that I was looking for people to be impressed, but I mean they were the complete opposite of impressed, as in they thought I was stupid or crazy, as in my mom and my girlfriend, etc. Didn't really approve.
How are you only on 40 points?
But it'll be fun and it'll be interesting, because eventually I'll get to a stage where I'm living 22 hours out of a 24-hour day. I'm awake for that long. So a couple of the side effects I'm kind of interested in finding out how they're going to turn out. One is the long-term psychological effect of
chasing a guy down with a knife.
Your perception of time, how it changes during the sleep schedule. Usually in life, in a monophasic sleep pattern, time is broken up into days. So there's one day, and then you sleep when it's dark out, and then you wake up the next day, and it's the next day. That's what it is. But in a polyphasic sleep pattern, when you're only getting 20-minute naps, time kind of just seems like a continuous stream. The guy in the blog said eventually it didn't seem to matter whether it was bright out or whether it was dark out. It just constantly was. It just constantly was whatever time it was. It didn't really matter. It didn't matter what day it was. It didn't matter what time it was, as long as he was getting the naps. Another thing I'm not looking forward to is the inflexibility of the naps. Because literally they say, well, they're flexible to a degree. Like you can maybe push one back an hour, but that's about as far as you could push any of the naps. Because beyond that, it's 4-hour intervals between each nap. But he said that if you ever push it to 5 hours, anything beyond 5 hours, his body would literally just shut down, because it needed that sleep for that time. It needed that 20 minutes snoozing time. So that'll be interesting. Another part of it that I'm kind of not so much looking forward to is the weight loss aspect, because he said he lost huge amounts of weight because he was doing something 22 hours out of the day, as opposed to he'd usually sleep. I think he slept 7.5 to 8 hours a day. So there was an extra 6 hours of activity, even if it was just sitting down, writing. I think he's a writer. Or whatever. He was still actually doing something, and his mind was actively, really consciously engaged. He was making decisions, and that takes up enough energy as it is. And I guess the final thing that I'm interested in seeing how it turns out is the REM sleep. Because REM sleep is supposed to, it's all 20 minutes of your sleep, of your 20-minute nap is supposed to be REM sleep. But it gets to a stage, it's reportedly gets to a stage, where it is, the second you hit the pillow, and even a couple of minutes before you hit the pillow, before you're even asleep, you start dreaming. And really, people report really vivid dreams. And techniques like lucid dreaming becomes a cinch, because all they know is all they know is their dreams. They weren't at any time asleep and not dreaming. So people report that they can remember absolutely everything they dreamed from the night before. So that'll be interesting to see. There's a couple of things I'm looking forward to about it. I'm looking forward to trying to adapt to like being awake pretty much all the time. Like it is broken up. It is 2 hours sleep, and 2 hours is a hefty period of time to be asleep, but it's all completely broken up. So it's as if you are awake all the time. Like a 20-minute nap is nothing. It's tiny. There's just 6 of those a day, and you're sorted. So I don't know. I'm interested, to say the least, in what this is going to bring. And this is really an experiment for our first. If I do manage to take it to the end of the summer,
Yeah, I'll come with you.
it'll be interested to see if I can carry it into the college year. I'm a college student. I'll be going into second year
Bit of black one.
in DCU here in Dublin, in Ireland. I'll be going into my second year, and it'll be interesting to see if I can actually work the sleep patterns around the actual my timetable. So if so, great. But if not, and if I do take it, then I can just I'll abandon it and I'll go back to monophasic sleeping. Your man did it after I think 120 days, or something like 5.5 months or 6 months. He decided to go back, and it was weird because he said it wasn't because the polyphasic sleeping patterns got too much for him. It was because literally it was a really simple decision between monophasic and polyphasic. Like it wasn't a difficult one. Like it was just like choosing polyphasic seemed to have as many advantages as monophasic. Just the main advantage that monophasic had was that everyone slept monophasically. It was like he was the only person that was still awake, like at all hours, and friends. It just gets tough for like social interactions and stuff like that. But I'm gonna see. I'm gonna try it out, and hopefully I'll survive the first week of it, and then the second week, and then by a month, hopefully the psychological implications of constantly being awake at all times. I will have gotten used to that. And so yeah, day one, I'm excited and a little tired, and I'll be constantly updating this. The video blogs won't be as regular, but written blogs, I'm going to try and do a day-to-day kind of thing. Maybe a little less regular, but we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you're at all interested in finding out how it turns out, give this blog a follow. And I should be updating, as I said, most days. So yeah, thanks for watching, and if you ever try this yourself, good luck. Bye bye.